One of the first things Jerry Jones did when he owned this team. Ladies and gentlemen, to present the Tom Landry Legend Award, one of the greatest middle linebackers ever to play the game, from Alabama and the Dallas Cowboys, Leroy Jordan.
Thank you very much. I'm excited about this year. I'm really fired up in what I've seen in training camp, practice, and so forth, and I'm really looking forward to this year. And if we don't get it done, guys, I'm going to come out and kick some butts, okay? No, I'm sorry. I take that back. Marcus knows me better than that. I'm here to introduce John Niland, one of our offensive linemen back in, as they say, in our day. And that means in the time of the first Super Bowl and so forth. John was a member of our 2 Super Bowl teams in 5 and 6, and was a great offensive lineman. He was one of the first offensive linemen drafted in the first round. He was number 5 pick in the first round in 1966, and he is turned out to be one of the great all-time linemen in our history. Played 8 years for the Cowboys and 1 year for Philadelphia. I believe I got that right, or I'm close anyway. So, but he was 6 consecutive trips to the Pro Bowl, 4 times All-Pro. Just a great, outstanding player, and we had to compete against him every day in practice. And I know that playing against John in practice made our whole defense a better team as we went along. You know, he was a great teammate and just one of the great competitors that I've known. And now let's meet the honoree, the Legends Award winner, John Niland.
Take a long way around, back to square one. Today we're just outlaws, out on the run. There'll be no regrets.
Assisting in the presentation is Senior National Account Manager, Interstate Batteries, Rex Watkins.
Show the highlight film of John Niland, would you please? Okay, that's the end of that. Now, let's move on. I'm grateful that I have a chance to come up here because Tom Landry meant a lot to me. But before I talk about him, I'll talk about our owner. Jerry may not remember this, but we were at a basketball game a couple years ago. He was watching his granddaughter, and I was watching my daughter play basketball. Some little boy ran up to Jerry and said, "Jerry, can I have your autograph?" Brought his father along, and of course Jerry was very gracious to get his autograph. He said, "Would you like Mr. Niland's autograph?" Standing next to him. And the kid looks up at his father and goes, "Who's Mr. Niland?" And I said, "Well, I played with Roger Staubach." And he went, "Well, who's Roger Staubach?" And the father goes, "I don't know." So that puts it in perspective. I always tell people I was if you remember the fat guy that used to snap the ball to Roger before every play, remember him? Well, that wasn't me. I was a fat guy to the left, so I played left guard. Tom Landry, to be mentioned in the same sentence with him is quite an honor. I have a lot of respect for Coach Landry, and when I came to the team, I was confronted with a man who walked a Christian talk. Now, I wasn't a Christian back then, and I don't want to get involved in too many details, but when I saw this man, I watched him out of the corner of my eye, I watched everything about him. He was the first adult male in my lifetime to walk a Christian talk. And that had an influence on me. It was about this time of year, 1974, I became a Christian. I accepted Christ as my Lord and Savior, and I went to Coach Landry, and I explained it to him, and hopefully he was very receptive, understood, and he completely accepted it as what it was. Now, I'll say that because that's meant a lot to me. When your coach accepts you for what you are, he understood. And we were playing in I think it was a preseason game that next week, and we got beat up pretty bad, and the reporter came to me after the game, and he put a microphone in front of my face. He said, "Well, John, what happened to the game? What happened today?" And I kind of scratched my head. I made all kinds of excuses, but I readily said, listen, it just wasn't God's will that we win today. You know, a little Calvinism story there. And Coach Landry traded me the next week to Philadelphia. So, and that's the truth. Again, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
John Niland, everybody.